Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
I'm here for Peter.
Lilith had no idea what she was here for, but we're going to find out. All right, kids. Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that's...
Whelmed.
What?
The whelmed Lilith Hellfire.
Oh my, that's right, kids, because we're going to cover the first two episodes of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And if you don't know what that is, yes, it's the newest Spider-Man animation on Disney Plus. Yeah, because Justin mentioned something a few weeks ago about we need a new animated Spider-Man show, and I said, well, there's one coming because he meant
a good one. There, I said it.
What?
He meant a good one, like back, like from our days, like
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely meant that, but I just found that he had no idea.
Not something allegedly tied to the MCU. It's like babes. This is an alternate timeline, not a multiverse. No, you guys are lazy. Like, oh, it's too hard to fit it into the MCU. We're just gonna change it.
I know.
So, don't say it's a part of Phase 5. Don't say it's a part of the main timeline of the MCU because that actually hurt it. I was definitely not interested. Still not.
Well, I mean, did they think they had to change course at the last second? Because I'm just like, if it's not part of the main MCU timeline, then why do the little moments like him catching the van before it hits the bus? Because
exactly, that
was involved in his first conversation with Tony Stark, and
it's like, it's not Tony Stark, it's freaking Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn, and Harry Osborn here.
Yes,
so
yes. But this time they're African American, so the cornrows are not cultural appropriation for once. It
was like I've just really never understood that whole situation. It's very unique.
What, the Osborn hair?
Yeah, it's very unique.
I know. Well, I'm like, do you think maybe they were experimenting with different art techniques back then? I don't,
I don't know. I wish that person was alive so I could ask them. Did they ever ask him what was up with that? Like, I don't know.
Not as far as I know. Yeah. But they should have gave it to Harry or something. Then, well, again, 60s, they never would have did it. But, instead his mother was black or something.
Or Jewish or something.
Something, yeah.
I don't know. I like Jeff Tremble because I like Craig of the Creek and a lot of the other stuff that he's done. The voice cast is fucking stacked out of this world. Like, what the hell? You got Colin Domingo?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I see you. You got freaking Daddy D'Onofrio here. Okay. But, like, the material to work with so far in the first two, I'm just like,
And even the way he gets his powers, I mean, it's kind of interdimensional. I mean, Doctor Strange pops out of a portal fighting something that looks suspiciously like a symbiote. Infected something. Yeah, and then the spider just pops out of the portal and bites Peter.
Yeah, I guess.
And why tease us? Because it's like, if we're not going to do Tony Stark, why have the Iron Man dangling from Aunt May's rearview mirror?
Every girl can dream of getting a daddy billionaire.
Oh my! Is it just?
It's hints, it's nods, it's Easter eggs, it's an apology. Like, sorry, we were too lazy to put it in the main timeline.
It's just like we remember how things were.
But like, I prefer, and also I think this might be a response to people actually being kind of pissed off about the Tony Stark thing in the MCU. So they're like trying to have their cake and eat it too, because it's just like, ew, it just feels gross, and I've never really cared for that whole thing. And then after he dies, Doctor Strange kind of takes over his mentorship, and he's terrible at it because he's terrible at everything he does.
Oh, yeah.
Stole Sorcerer Supreme from our guy. So, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I love Iron Man, but I've never been there really for the mentorship because, again, it's
that's not who Tony Stark is.
That's not who Peter Parker is.
He's a captain of bad life decisions, and that's the way we love him.
And again, they
like if it was Rhodey, sure, but Tony?
Yeah, and they've seemed to have forgotten the last decade or so. It's like Peter's supposed to be smart. Peter like puts his own thing together in the comics. Yeah, in the original comics, Peter.
So like him being handed everything, like his Texas and stuff. I don't even really like the Texas, so it's like a whole thing. So I feel like this is like low key an apology, but at the same time, for the people that do like that, you know, they're like, well, you know, they're trying to ride the line. And it's like when you sit on the fence, it gets uncomfortable. You get split in half. If you know, you know.
No Hellfire would know.
I don't sit on the fence. I have strong opinions. I'm never neutral. I'm never.
Oh, really? No. Okay.
So, yeah, no, actually can't relate.
I just meant sitting on wood. But anyway.
Wood, Jerry. Wood. They Paul F. Tompkins. So I'm like, I look at this freaking cast list. It's going. And they got Big E.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes sense. Like, wrestling and Marvel have gone together for quite a while. If you know, you know.
Ever since the days of Crusher Hogan.
Exactly. So yeah, let's get into this. But I do like the showrunner slash I guess he's a showrunner. He wrote some of these episodes, but I know he wrote the first one. But the titles are just make me want to throw up.
Oh yeah, I have.
Like the Unicorn Unleashed, because obviously we're getting Unicorn. I guess we're getting Finesse. We got Finesse rather. So
I mean, they're trying because episode 1 is Amazing Fantasy because of course Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah, of course. And then like Carrie Walgren as freaking Aunt May. I think that's my favorite thing. She does a lot of anime voiceovers, so.
Mm-hmm.
They tried.
Oh, episode 6, Duel with the Devil. I wonder who that could be.
Well, apparently, a Daredevil Born Again's going to pretend like he didn't bop She-Hulk in that crossover.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah. They're kind of forgetting She-Hulk, yeah.
I don't blame them. But anyway, yeah. So that's Scorpion Rising. I was just like, oh, it couldn't be shocked? Shock and awe?
Well.
Are my favorite candy?
Maybe they were saving him for season 2.
Oh, baby, this ain't getting a season 2 the way they're burning this shit
off. I know, but I just mean when they were originally plotting this out, when they were playing the
come on, like, honestly, like, Scorpion's more competent, so that's not fun. I mean, barely, but, you know, like I said, bottom of the barrel, the sticky... And, That's who Shocker is. And
I wonder where it's going to come from, because we haven't seen a Jameson or anything, so it's like, how are we going to get a Scorpion?
Oh, don't you worry, they'll figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure they will, but...
And then, Hero Menace, I'm assuming that's when Jameson shows up.
Although, who knows? At this point, it could be a school paper or something. Who knows?
Yeah, he could be like, no, Jameson's going to be like he's going to be the journalism club teacher.
Oh, there you go.
He has a little blog as a side hustle by night, because, teachers don't get paid enough.
Well, I mean, unless Norman owns a newspaper or something.
Oh, God, don't put that in that.
I know.
Let's just get started. Let's just talk about this damn thing. So it's like the first day at Midtown High. I mean, I guess we're sticking with that. That's fine.
As the science school, yeah.
Freshman. Well, he's a freshman, so that's good. I hate when they start shows and they're like sophomores. It's like, no. Now you're jipping yourself out of a year,
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just like, why anymore? We always got to start in the high school, but
yeah, you got to get them young. I get it. So, Peter witnesses Doctor Strange battle a symbiote, and the school gets destroyed as it does. Peter rescues Nico from the alien, but that's how he gets bit by the spider that emerged from the portal. And so 7 months later, he's got some spider abilities. I was like, well, we glossed over that pretty quickly. And he's operating as the vigilante, the menace Spider-Man. And so they destroyed Midtown High, so now he goes to Rockford T. Bales High School. So I'm just like, okay, he's got Nico, he's got Pearl, he's got Lonnie Lincoln as the football team captain. I'm like, oh, no Flash.
I know, because... For a second, I was like, okay, they made Flash black. I was like, okay, that makes the most sense to me. okay, I'll roll with that. But then they're calling him Lonnie, and I was like, wait a minute, Lonnie, and then I'm like, that couldn't possibly be. And yeah, and then I looked at the credits. I was like, okay, it is Lonnie Lincoln.
Yeah.
So yeah, kids. I mean, you think they could go that route instead of like Norman or Harry going bad? Is his friend Lonnie going to be go bad? And
everybody's going to go bad around him. That's my theory.
That's true. The Parker luck, yes.
Yeah. So, but then one day on the way to school, Peter saves Harry from a group of thugs. I'm just like, oh.
Well, Spider-Man saves Harry.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, because Jeff Trample is black, in case you don't know. Okay? So I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm just going to let that go. Later, he manages to stop another 2 criminals that are running from the police, and that's where he gets kind of like his public notoriety, shall we say. And then after school, Peter returns to his apartment and encounters Norman Osborn.
Yeah, it's like the scene from Civil War Kids, but instead of Tony Stark sitting there, it's Norman Osborn.
Yeah, I was just like, wah, wah, wah. I'm just saying, like, listen, no tea, no shade. I feel like Harry is way too cool to want to hang out with Peter. So this is kind of the thing where I'm just like, I don't know about this.
I mean, again, they always find an excuse, and again, the reason he has to save Harry from the thugs, because again, Harry's born into money. He probably doesn't know how to throw a punch to save his life, literally.
But he's black,
so there can be black nerds, Lilith. Come on.
No, you can be a black nerd, but you're gonna want to learn how to defend yourself, especially when you're a black nerd. I'm just saying. This was so shocking to me about Joe Trammell doing this whole situation. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just saying, Harry don't look like he's doing the Naruto run down the hall. That's all I'm saying. His brains don't look busted. I'm just saying, if you know, you know. Like, if he would have done a little bit of those touches, I could be like, cool, whatever, sure.
Like you said, it's a show for children, Lil. Gotta hook them young. We don't need blood.
Unrelatable. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
Also, that costume is so dumb.
That's what I said. Think about this. How depressing is that? It's like back in the 60s, he had enough money. As poor as him and Aunt May were, he had money to make the suit, make web shooters. Now he's running around with Ben
Reilly, Scarlet Spider.
Even Ben Reilly, when he became, even Ben Reilly had more money.
No, I'm talking about the homemade Ben Reilly cosplays.
Oh yeah.
Material. What's going on here?
I'm like, is that?
And this is why the web shooters should be organic. That's all that I'm saying.
I mean, is this like is depressingly?
What are those Reeboks? Miles is gonna make so much fun of this, Peter.
I know.
No tea, no shade. I like Reebok.
This is just a depressing current side of the economy where it's like, yeah, now he has to run around with an oxygen tank on his back. But again, he's
gonna be running into some really old people. So.
Oh, true. I don't know, though. I mean, we'll get into a swap we got for episode 2.
Yeah, I know. But, like, the first episode, I was very underwhelmed.
Yeah. It seemed like I think we spent too much time on that origin.
But at the same time, not enough.
Yeah. But again, it's just like they could have went the MCU route and be like, oh, yeah, he got bit by a spider. And never show
and like
it.
a science fair. Like, so I'm just like, why are we doing this?
Or do like when they do the opening credits, just, have like a quick, spider drops down, bites him. There you go.
And what kind of pissed me off though is like allegedly like Rockford T. Bales is like the athletic focused school, so it's just like,
oh yeah.
Okay, why did we destroy Midtown to make him go to Rockford? Like I don't
maybe to make
shake it up.
Maybe to make the whole Norman Osborn deal more tantalizing because he doesn't have that science school now. Because in the beginning of 2, Norman offers him an internship. So, and again, is that where he's gonna make like an actual suit and actual web shooters?
Let's hope. So yeah, let's get into episode 2, the Parker Luck. Now, I love that they know that they recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have any luck if it wasn't for Parker Luck.
And I love the whole Norman. Yes, yeah. When you come in, tell them to, bring you right up to me. Okay.
So we pick up from that from the last episode. Norman's offered him an exclusive internship at his company, Oscorp. Of course, he accepts. And then he goes to Oscorp after school and he gets assigned to work with Carla Connors.
Yep.
I'm just okay, I like that.
See, I don't like that, and not for the dude bro reason of like, oh, why'd they replace him with a woman and stuff. No, I'm like, it's built in the Connors character. Like, he's supposed to be like that old, angry, the old egotistical male scientist, who doesn't.
But maybe they wanted to go more stereotypical, nurturing.
I guess.
He is at Oscorp, and he's going to run into a lot of egomaniacs.
I guess, yeah. But I always feel that's the reason why he experiments on himself is just, because how can I, an old white male, go wrong,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, unless we see something different. I mean, in this first episode, she seems too nice. That's the problem.
No. See, people are too nice. That's when your little red flags should be flashing.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sure she's gonna be a bitch later. So don't you worry.
Or unless that other scientist dude, experiments on her or something.
No, see, nice people. It's like if you ever watch Dexter, unless you have dope sense like I do. Like they say about the serial killers all the time. Oh, they were so nice. They were so quiet. I would have never suspected anything. I'm telling you, that's what this is about. Or like the one journalist that scammed people by just pitching these ideas and just reading people to see if he could get away with it. There's tons of people that are just the manipulators.
Well, that's what I said. And maybe unless we see,
that's what I said. I feel like that's what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. She has a darker side or something.
Yeah.
All right.
During a break, Peter sees a news report about a building on fire, and of course, off he goes to investigate a Spider-Man.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Butane.
What?
The arsonist was Butane?
Oh, was he? I didn't even get the name. I thought, though, maybe this was like a version of the Scorcher or something, but no. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was looking in the cards. It was Butane.
Ugh.
And then, because he had that high-tech weaponry or whatever, but Peter defeats him, and I'm just okay. He's like, what's that logo on the equipment? I'm like, oh, babes, you're in for a world of hurt right now.
Yeah, because I wonder if they're going to go with the Scorcher origin, because, I mean, in Untold Tales of Spider-Man, he was originally working for Norman, so.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of, shuffling it around.
Yeah.
So later, Peter goes back to Oscorp, where he's summoned to Norman's office, and then Norman shows Peter security footage of him putting on the Spider-Man suit, and I'm like, well, that escalated quickly.
Well, and also, so does this mean he doesn't have a spider sense?
Well, that escalated quickly.
Well, psychosomatic.
Because again, Norman caught him on video, but it's no Peter Tingle. Well, maybe he's too young.
No, young is when you have the Peter.
Well, yeah.
You lose him as you get older.
I just mean maybe he's a late bloomer, but
yeah, I was just like, okay, that was awkward.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's like, oh my god, are we going to go the Zeb Wells route? Is he going to mentor him and help him build his suit and stuff? And
oh god,
what is
what into the Golden Goblin? So help me God.
I was going to say, what is with this modern thing of making
especially because he's black, maybe they don't want to do that. I don't know.
Because that's what I was thinking for where everyone first was like, oh yeah, the Osborns are black. I was like, they're not going to make them the villains then, are they? Ugh.
I mean, I would prefer it.
Oh yeah. I mean,
if you're gonna be woke, you got to be woke both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean, if we're gonna have Osborns, I want them to be batshit crazy. Yeah, no,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I want Liz to show up now.
Yeah, why did we go the Nico route?
Well, I think because they want another superhero and all that.
Oh, maybe.
And also, the unicorn's gonna be showing up, and
yeah. But
spoilers if you didn't read the title. they're very obvious about what's going on.
Well, was that? I mean, maybe not by name, but that's supposed to be Liz, the one Peter had a crush on. But meanwhile, she's dating Lonnie.
Oh, maybe.
The one who used to be his babysitter. That was weird.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess that's a common thing.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, at least that's what pornography tells me.
Well, I wouldn't trust that, love, because otherwise, step parents and stepchildren have much to answer for.
I live in Florida, so everything's a little skewed.
Oh, and
before that, I lived in Kentucky, so yeah, everything's kind of skewed for me, Phil.
Oh, Kentucky. I'm sorry. Oh my!
Shout out to Louisville.
Howdy, y'all.
All right. Oh, you know what I wanted to
for University of Kentucky.
Oh my! You know what I wanted to ask you? Is it because it's animated? But they mentioned Uncle Ben. I thought the MCU wasn't allowed to mention Uncle Ben.
Yeah, me too.
First episode,
maybe because it is animated. I don't know. Maybe the people that do Into the Spider-Verse have some executive producer credits or something. I didn't check into it. Or maybe like they are really just going to sell the rights back to Marvel. I don't know. Maybe they are tired of being the spiderless Spider-Man business.
Or maybe it was like maybe they've been working behind the scenes, or maybe there was a time, that's like, oh, you can't mention Uncle Ben.
Alternate timeline, and it wasn't originally supposed to be part of the MCU. I don't know. When I first heard this pitch, it was not gonna it wasn't.
Yeah, you can't mention Uncle Ben for 1 year or something.
After the travesty of Madam Web, I think they probably gave Uncle Ben's name back. They're like, well, we can't do anything with this.
Oh, that's a good point. But yeah, no, I think, what was it originally that even the title was supposed to be Spider-Man freshman year or something.
Yeah. So I'm just saying a lot of changes from the original. I mean, a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I hope the kids like it. I think every kid deserves to have like a Spider-Man show for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
because I have not really cared for the last 4 Spider-Man animated shows, and they were just they were on Disney, especially the one that was on Disney XD back in the day. It was too much.
Well, yeah, and I'm trying to, and you know who? Well, I think 2 of those. One of them was executive produced by
Bendis.
And then I think
that's okay.
Yeah, and then I think the next one with Slot had something to do with it.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, then what was that whole comment about the guy who voices Peter Parker saying, "Oh, I was all worried it was going to be woke. Thank God it's not." It's like, oh wow.
I mean, to me, it's some people don't actually know what that word means. They only think they know what it means.
Yeah. But I was like, wow.
So fake woke. Yeah, I'm glad it's not fake woke, and it's not really woke either. It's kind of annoying, actually.
I know, but I was like, that goes bad.
You should probably shut your mouth. Maybe?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, 1, if you're involved with the project, you shouldn't say that, and 2,
people have no couth these days.
I know, and then 2, well, we know why, but and 2, it's. And 2, anyone who thinks stuff is woke is going to find woke stuff in here. So it's either way, that comment ain't good.
It's at that point, if you know Jeff Trumbull, you know he's black, and you made the Osborns black, you probably, why are you even watching it then? You know what I mean? That right there is probably your quote unquote red flag. So just. And
Connors is a woman.
They couldn't even get to that part.
Mm-hmm. Although, I mean, that might be an interesting dynamic. It's making Connors female, because then it's instead of the wife, she have a husband running around saying, "Oh no, come back." Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
Maybe she's single. Hopefully she's single.
Stay at home dad with Billy.
No, she's a career woman. No time for kids. That's why she wanted to mentor Peter, because she has no time for kids. Hey,
oh my! Are we talking about Lilith Hellfire?
No, he's too young.
No. I mean, no time for kids, because she's.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Peter,
not my own.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, it was a dead week for Spider-Man this week.
I mean, there wasn't
15.
There wasn't a lot out this week anyway. On either side, but.
Yeah, there was, and then they had that Galactus Spider-Gwen one. What if?
Oh, I didn't read. I haven't been reading those Galactus ones, but yeah, they've been doing a bunch of those.
Yeah. But
how you feeling about 8 Deaths?
It's going.
I mean, it's
I was excited at first, but now I just want to get back to the regular meat and potatoes of Spider-Man. That's what I was most excited about Zeb Wells not writing Spider-Man anymore. And it's I got we got 4 more issues or something like that.
I think so, because I think they've already announced kids.
Good job. It's just not what I'm interested in because it's tied into the Doom crap. And,
it's something different, which I think the idea is good. We
need to wipe the palette for sure, but like I'm ready. I like Ultimate Spider-Man. Like that is what's holding up the Spider-Man mantle at this point.
I think we're keeping the idea is good for 8 deaths, but it's going too long.
Did it literally have to be 8-ish?
Yeah, we didn't need as many issues. Yeah.
I said 4 would have been good to clean the palette and then get started. Like, I think people are just so hungry to get back to the status quo of Peter Parker. Like we've just kind of been off of that for a while.
Yes, and they've already announced, kids, the new Amazing Spider-Man #1 for April. So
yeah, so just got a couple more months. And look at that. I like the idea. I like the stories. I'm kind of fatigued on it. I want to get back into my regular schmegular Spider-Man,
especially when it gets depressing and dark. Peter just gets
like, we've already been depressed and dark about Spider-Man for quite a while. Like, I'm ready to go back to the smart ass, just crushing old men who rob banks.
Exactly.
Like, I just want to get back to that. I want to get back to some freaking Doc Ock, some Scorpions, Shocker.
Well, if you look at the preview, I think Amazing Spider-Man 1, they've already confirmed the Rhino. So
exactly, this is what I'm saying. Like, that's where I want to get back to.
Yeah, and again, I think Joe Kelly is staying aboard. So
yes, which I'm happy. I like Joe Kelly. I think I think he's done a great job. I'm ready to get back to it.
Oh yeah.
I never really liked the idea of Doom. I thought like his idea is cool, but I just don't like being tied up in the Doom stuff with
and it's
Spider-Man.
really
it
not.
Just doesn't feel good, bro.
I know, and it's like Doom's really not a big part of it. It's like Doom kind of sets up the whole thing,
and the motion, and then it's like that would be more interesting if he was a little more involved. But it doesn't feel right, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna burn that button out because me and Will kept hitting that button the other night while we were doing New 52 Green Lantern. So New 52, that button's gonna get a workout.
It doesn't feel right, bro. Yeah.
But
I know Ray's having a good time with his wrist because Psylocke is out. Psylocke #3, no less.
Oh yeah. I don't think I swear my stuff's so far behind, but everything's a mess, kids, because everyone's jumping from Diamond. So
yeah, as they should have done a long time ago.
I know.
Not my business, but
I know. But
I mean, kind of is because I am kind of the consumer.
But,
I do want to shout out Storm Life Dream #1 since there's nothing really noteworthy to talk about for Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I mean that main Storm series, I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm. Are you reading?
I've actually been reading the ones with her and Thor. Somebody got them for me for Christmas. I'm just like, I still prefer her and Black Panther as the leaders of freaking
exactly
Fantastic Four. I think that's my favorite thing they've ever done for the Fantastic. Like, if it's not gonna be Sue and Reed, I'm down for this one. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are you keeping up on your Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah, of course.
So I'm like, what's going on with the whole Kraven thing? Like, they just kidnapped Peter and Harry for
poops and giggles.
I guess, yeah.
They gotta keep us on our toes, Phil. You never know what's gonna happen in the Ultimate Universe.
They've been gone for like a month, at least a month or so.
They're like, well, we heard they were doing 8 deaths, so we're gonna do something similar.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The other thing, because again, highlighted by this animated series, it's like after the Zeb stuff, and now here, like Peter is like partnered up with Harry. So are we like kind of like trying to like redeem the Osborns in a way?
At least Harry. To me, it never made sense for Harry to pick up the mantle.
Yeah, well,
I think that was one of the biggest mistakes.
That was just, mental, bad childhood, probably bad brain chemistry. So
yeah, I know. I mean, I guess it is definitely genetic, amnesia, cornrow wave, hair pattern. But no, it was just honestly at the end of the day, it just really never made sense to me. I just rolled with it because you gotta have a goblin.
Well, and yeah.
Otherwise, you end up like a couple of the other mantles that just don't make sense.
And and I think they made Harry the Green Goblin because I think they were pretty much set with, oh, hey, we're gonna keep Norman dead until the 90s when they were like, okay, we need someone big to be behind the Clone Saga.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20 and all that.
Yeah. I think making Harry the Goblin and introducing any version of the Hobgoblin was a response to
Hobgoblins. As much as we love Gobble Gobble Month here,
Gobble gobble.
Ultimate Spider Cows. I never understood that either. Like, I was like, I don't like, what is a goblin to a spider? Like, it just doesn't make sense that that's his arch nemesis. Like, I just don't get it.
Again, I think it was just, I don't know, Stan trying to create something scary in the 60s. I don't know.
Everybody loves cocaine.
Because, oh my.
Because that is definitely a cocaine nightmare. Sorry.
Cocaine.
Pumpkin bombs? I'm supposed to be scared of pumpkin bombs.
Oh, I'm going to wear a gimp mask and murder people.
That's the idea.
It's like, listen, you can't mix the Joker and Lex Luthor. You just can't do it.
Was he supposed to be like a Halloween thing or even a witch or something back when he first appeared? Because again, that glider looked like a broomstick in the beginning. So
yeah, and it's just like, yeah, it's and we just kind of rolled with it. We've never like really stopped to examine it and say, hey, it's not like I want the Kingpin to be his arch nemesis or anything. But like,
I guess they tried, but then once somehow the Kingpin got mixed up with Daredevil, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Daredevil, that makes sense.
More sense." Yeah.
Well, again, because Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery was so deep, they're like, Daredevil needs something.
Yeah.
Daredevil needs a big
outside of the hand, it's just like, yeah, which is like kind of mystical, and that doesn't like really jive with some people sometimes. So like street level, ultimate, like
And again, Bullseye. It's like Bullseye can't be the main, arch enemy.
Yeah, he barely has 2 brain cells to rub together, so that's not much of a challenge.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was a really like, it wasn't even a light week for Marvel. It was just like not stuff that I normally read. It was like Deadpool 10's out like that, but like they had like Hellhunters, Hellverine. No Tea, No Shade, Moon Knight. I'm kind of out on that one right now with Fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They had Sabretooth. I was looking around, and I was just like, I did pick up Star Wars: A New Legacy #1, but I left the Ewoks. There was Ultimate X-Men 11, but Ultimate X-Men is kind of getting on my nerve. I did pick up West Coast Avengers #3 just for poops and giggles.
Did you like it?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. I thought the art was really good. I like the cover. That's what I just basically picked up the cover. But $4 for West Coast Adventures? Are we sure?
Well, okay,
and I was like, why is Iron Man and War Machine here? Like, what is going on?
Well, they're the ones who kind of started this thing because, like, in not the current art, not the current series, but the one before, they kind of set it up at the end where they were going to do this.
Oh, okay, and I do think it's kind of offbeat in a charming way, but like I don't know, I can't ever really just go for a full run. I don't think I've ever done a full run of West Coast Avengers. Like it just gets kind of goofy at some point, and I'm just like, nah, I'm out. Sometimes it starts strong or it ends strong, but it's like those middle parts. So I'm just like, I'll be back.
There is a run. Oh God, I think it's only like 5 issues or something. But Kelly Thompson did do a run with Case.
Oh no, yeah, I just never got around to that one.
Yeah. But you know why you were getting like weird rando books? It's like the fifth fifth Wednesday this month, so yeah.
But it was a lot of weird random books.
Yeah. I think that's mostly just what couldn't we ship out in the first 4 weeks? Here you go. Which I was surprised because it's like a lot of times DC will do like a bunch of annuals that like on a 5th week, and there was like no annuals on.
Oh baby, I think the big 2 are kind of in trouble, honestly, right now. They're just like, they have a lack of leadership and like uncertainty because everybody's too focused on the entertainment side, the movie side of things. Mm-hmm. And I say we need to get a more strong animated studio going. We need
Agreed.
Actual stuff kids will watch.
Yes.
We need like a new Unlimited Justice, you know what I mean? We need like a better they blew up both animated universes on the last movie, so they need to reboot that. Mm-hmm. And of course they're worried about how well that new Superman movie is going to do.
Yeah, the focus is
because I don't think a lot of people were really feeling Creature Commandos, unfortunately, which is like the way that they're like retcon some stuff, so like people are kind of like turning on James Gunn, and I'm like, yeah, you should never put out Creature Commando. You should put it out like a week before Superman Legacy, not like months and months and months. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, I watched it. I mean, I had no problem with it, but I wasn't like,
it's just like he's just trying too hard to make it conform to his vision. It's like okay, because he wants Peacemaker to still be in the main timeline, and so Creature Commandos is retconning and leaving because for some reason they couldn't make Peacemakers 2, instead they made Creature Commandos. Whatever. So yeah, a lot of people are like kind of questioning James Gunn's like motivations and processes here at this point. So they're getting nervous, they're getting spooked. They're kind of letting the comic book writers do whatever they want. But I did like the Lex Luthor special, obviously. So.
Oh yes. And
of course, Lex in the City, we get to talk to
Charles. Charles Skaggs, former Southgate Media Group podcaster, just like us. Yes.
And we've talked to him a couple. Well, you've.
Yeah.
But I will do my best to be there because it's about Lex.
Friend of the show, yes. So is Peacemaker 2 coming out this year?
I don't know if it's this year. I want to say that I thought I saw the last time I saw it was like March 2026, but don't quote me on that.
Because this will be the year to put it out, because again, it's like John Cena's on his farewell tour for WWE. So I mean, he's
always on his. Oh no, so yeah, they're saying sometime this year, but it's going to be after the release of the Superman movie, which is coming out in August, I think, right?
I'm just saying he's going to be doing a ton of press, and there's going to be a ton of hype for John Cena. So I mean, this will be the time to put it out. This year.
It's gonna be like Kurt Angle. 3 years later, he's right back at it. Like John Cena has left the WWE before. That's all that I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but he's saying he's 50, and I could see that. But
babes, can we talk about Ric Flair then? If we want to talk, hello.
What?
like Hogan came back and he was like, no, never mind.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying, like, oh, you're 50 and you've taken better care of yourself than the previous generation of wrestlers. Okay, and freaking Vin Diesel don't want you back. So, like, what are you gonna do for movies?
I mean, he could do his own. I mean, at this point, can John Cena hold his own? No.
But I'm surprised that Peacemaker did so long. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he'll find. I mean, it was written well. It was
written well, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, he'll find someone to do, movies with. Because I mean, again, look at Red One. The Rock had Chris Evans and Lucy Liu.
No tea, no shade on Lucy Liu. I love her, but like, okay, would he pay like $10 for Lucy Liu?
How dare you?
Last scene doing a TV show on CBS Elementary. Like, come on, bro.
How dare you? Lucy Liu's a national treasure.
Okay.
Oh.
It's not Charlie's Angels 2 times, so okay. It's not Ally McBeal time, so I don't know. Like I said, Cachet's long gone, but.
Oh my!
And Chris Evans, he's like, I better take my ass back to the MCU.
I don't know. I mean, again,
I liked Red One, but it was a flop. A big old. I liked everything except for The Rock, and they should have had more J.K. Simmons. Obviously, they should have had more J.K. Simmons. It's like, babes, get rid of The Rock and give us J.K. Simmons because it is J.K. Simmons' time to shine. We're having a J.K. Simmons renaissance, baby. So, like, get with it or get left behind. That's all I'm saying. Like, The Rock is not the profitable star maker that he used to be. Hasn't been for a while. So, like, Netflix and Amazon, please, for the love of God, stop trying to make movies with The Rock. We don't care. We kicked him out of the Fast and Furious franchise. We don't care.
I know. I'm like, when is The Rock going to be? Although, yeah, I don't know.
He's like chairman of the board for WWE. That's all he needs to do. Just stay the hell out of my movies, please.
Yeah, because I know, he showed up at the beginning of the year, so I don't know if he's going to be doing more there. Yeah.
They paid him, I forget, like some ridiculous amount of money to be like the chairman of the board for the WWE. So, like on a business side, not just the entertainment side, And
again, kids, if you're listening to this on the podcast when it drops on Tuesday, go scroll down a day, WWE report. We'll cover the Royal Rumble.
So yeah, like that's all we have. So
Yeah.
When we said like the animated show felt so short, like I don't know, back in the day I know it was only like 22 minutes, but like I don't know, cartoons feel like way shorter now. I don't know because of
we had commercials to pad them out before, and now it's just 22
even minutes. When I watch them back on DVD and stuff, it just feels longer than what it is on like streaming. And I don't know why.
Well, it's just like the comics, they packed more story in, and
yeah, I think maybe
even when he wasn't punching anyone.
So technically Disney Plus has ads, right?
No, I think. Well, there's.
They have like an ad tier, right? Because like I'm trying to figure out if we're ever going to get the actual ratings on this. Because if they have ads, they actually do have to release them.
I think after a while, they try to get more subscriptions. They added an ad tier. I don't have it, so I don't know.
I can't relate. Like I refuse any service I have. I'm sorry, I can't cheap out. It's the whole purpose of streaming is not to have to.
But can I just say, like, I don't think they're doing a good job of promoting any of those shows on Disney Plus. Because, like I said, Justin
they're just burning them off, as far as I can tell.
Justin had no idea.
Okay, they do have ads. I'm looking at Reddit. They do have ads. Okay.
But Justin had no idea this show was coming. A lot of those Star Wars shows, I have no idea when they're coming.
Who watches Disney Plus? Like, what is on Disney Plus? Please tell me. I have it, but I have it because I have Hulu and ESPN.
That Star Wars stuff that I never knows coming, like Skeleton Crew and what was that one?
They canceled that.
And what was the one everyone hated?
Yeah, all the Star Wars stuff that's not Mandalorian has flopped. I watched The Mandalorian, but like outside of that one, nothing else.
I don't even know when they're coming or whether I want to watch them or not. I'm like, why aren't they like advertising those Star Wars shows?
Yeah, ever since that whole Captain America thing, I'm just like,
what Captain America?
It's just like the whole MCU Phase 5 and 4 has just been a flop.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I thought WandaVision was interesting. Like, I finally watched it, but the ending, they're like, oh, go watch the movie. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants that.
Exactly. I mean, I know people who aren't in the comics who watch the MCU, and people are just like, oh, when are those original Avengers coming back? And it's just like, ooh.
Yeah. It's kind of a mess. I'm just hoping DC does a little bit better with their new movie universe.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'll be better than
I mean, if it's not, we have a problem. If it's not better than the Snyderverse, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, just
it's like, babes, then don't make movies. Just take some time off. Maybe work on some TV shows.
We've said that before. It's like, even if you want to give us
a superhero TV show with a budget, a real budget. I don't care if it's 6 episodes, but like a real budget with like a legacy director. Like, just like, I just need that so bad.
Talk to the top, because I don't think anyone has money. It seems like no one has money. It's like,
oh, they have money. They're just spending it on the wrong things because Hollywood's dying.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm just like, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like I'm old now, and I'm just like, you know what? Maybe they just need to stop. Like, I know they're not going to stop as a company. Like, Sony didn't stop, and they literally should have while they were ahead.
Well, I mean, it's probably worse.
They were doing it with Venom. Like, the Venom franchise was their thing, and they did pretty good. Like, all movies are pretty equally good. Like, they're not bad. They're not great. They're not spectacular cinema or anything, but they're not the worst. They're not Fantastic Foreskin from Fox. They're not baby Fantastic Four. I think that's like the bar right there. So they did better than that with Venom. They should have just left Venom alone and stopped trying to pad the rest of it out. They're doing amazing with Across the Spider-Verse franchise. Don't be greedy. You need one good quality product and just work on that.
It's always been this way, but it's probably worse than ever. I mean, just the suits think they know everything.
It's not that they think they know everything. They make all the money, so they feel like they have to force their opinion. And it's just like, babe, sometimes you just gotta let creatives do what creatives do.
Exactly.
And I can't remember a studio that's actually done that in a while. And that's why we've lost all the indie movies. That's why there's like really nothing there. Like, for the last like couple years, there's been nothing really like that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And this year's gonna be some weird stuff, but mostly in the horror genre. I want weird stuff outside of the horror genre. Like, I remember when movies were okay. It was okay to be weird, like Idle Hands and stuff like that. Like, we just don't get stuff like that anymore.
Well, again, it's like, it seems like something gets popular and they decide they have to milk the hell out of it. Like superhero movies, and it's like, oh, everyone's sick of that. Let's go jump to horror. And no, people are sick of this. Let's jump to whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, I miss having a mix of stuff.
Yeah.
Everything didn't have to be so homogenous.
And again, I'm willing to go one superhero movie a year, or even if you want to do one every 2 years. Quality over quantity,
Yes. Like, make me hyped for it. Like, I remember, like, towards the tail end of it, it was like, it felt like the whole summer, it was just like one movie after the other after the other. It was like, babes, I'm not gonna go to the movie theater 7 times in the summer for superhero movies. It's just like with all these streaming services. Somebody's gonna have to tell them we're not gonna be paying for all these streaming services. And they're like bundling together now all of a sudden, specifically HBO Max and Disney Plus. So I'm just like, oh, interesting.
Again,
and Netflix, they better put something on. I mean, I'm not going to be watching WWE Live, so you're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like Raw every week is on Netflix, but all the like PLEs are on Peacock, and it's just like, why are we all over the place?
I mean, yeah, it feels like we're back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, where it was literally like one was like on UPN, the other one was on like Sci-Fi. You're just like, no, just put it all on CBS on Saturdays. Like, what are we doing here? Like, exactly. I miss those days.
Although I guess if you're international, you can watch like all the big events on Netflix also. But
that's why it pays to have a VPN. Just saying. Now more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we can go if you want.
All right, kids. So yes, we kind of mixed it up here because we were going to do this review next episode. So yeah, we're still going to do all the same stuff. It's just out of order. So yes, next time we are going to do that Amazing Spider-Man Annual 19, and then the episode after that, we'll cover Spectacular Spider-Man 241 and Sensational Spider-Man Annual 1. And then, of course, rounding out the month, Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, 6 and 7 with the boys. So we'll get to 9. Don't worry.
I'm just gonna pop in for 6, and then I'll pop back in for 9.
Heyo. And then in March and April, you will get no Lilith Hellfire Ultimate Spider-Cast episodes. You'll still get your monthly Scarlet Spider episode, but only because Lilith and I will be doing weekly the Daredevil podcast because the TV show will be out. We might have
finally here. I can feel it in my bones.
I don't know. We might have to do one episode in March. You might have to do one episode in March, unless we do like a random Daredevil, because I don't think by the time the show starts, we might have to cover the first week of March. I don't know, or if you want to do something else, though. Yeah, don't worry, I'll figure it out. No, you know what? I might actually have stuff. You might not have to. So, all right, kids. So send us your thoughts on this series.
March 4th.
What was it? Yeah. I should be able to cover that. All right, but yeah, send us your thoughts on the animated series, the comics, new and the older stuff we're going to cover. And again, send us your Daredevil thoughts, because again, Lilith and I are going to be covering the show. Every episode's getting an episode here, so send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find every episode ever done by us at CapesLunatics.wordpress.com. You can also help support us by buying all of the Capes Lunatics merch, new stuff, classic stuff on TeePublic and Spring. You can, of course, she demands that you rain random money on us, Lilith Hellfire, through the Cash App link.
That's a gentle suggestion.
Gentle suggestion. Sex robots don't build themselves, kids. So yes, us. Just rain random money on us.
Make it rain.
I can get the prototype working. More than happy to. It won't be $300,000. I'll tell you that. It'll be $250,000.
But the AI in her sex bot may say
it'll be on your personal cloud. You won't have to send it up and get dirty with the rest of everybody else's public cloud.
The AI in her sex bot may sound familiar.
Power of the penis.
Don't
pull it out unless you're going to use it. That's true for guns and penises.
And sex bots. And of course the Patreon, where again you can find exclusive uncensored content Lilith and I give you every month. And again, if you are a patron, like Justin and Ray and Russell, you can suggest topics for us to talk about. So tell us what to do. Pay and tell us what to do. I feel so cheap. Anyway, so yeah, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Again, exclusive, uncensored, and most important,
more vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, well,
I'm pretty chill, actually.
Oh, that's right. That's right. 2025. She's back on the chill. All right, Lilith. Anything besides Blue Sky you want to promote?
No. Either do the 6 or do the 9. I think that's the only safe social media at this point right now. So.
And if you want to if you want to contact Lilith Hellfire, you can always just text or email CapesandLunatics@gmail.com. Keep it clean, kids.
No, all the pics. There's nothing to get wet about anyway.
She's just chill and living her life.
Nothing will ever be as good as Mephisto's mushrooms.
All right. Thank you for joining us, kids. Again, next episode, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 19. And then in 2 weeks, Spectacular Spider-Man 241 and Sensational Spider-Man Annual 1. And remember, kids, March and April, Lilith may not be here, but the boys will. God have mercy on your soul. But until then, swing on back.
Flip it good.